Usually, before I start recording, I actually know what I'm going to do and what I'm going to make. I don't know. Today, we're going to learn, these actually used to be my favorite cards. We're not learning that these used to be my favorite cards. Honestly, they still aren't probably my favorite cards, but we're going to learn how to do, boom, the most basic cardistry move that you can learn. Honestly, it's probably one of the easiest basic cardistry moves, and you look very skilled when you're doing it. So we're gonna learn how to do the Charlier cut. So if you stay tuned and bear with me here, you will learn something new today and should be able to pick it up in this video. So it's gonna be a short video. So welcome to this quick tutorial where we learn how to do a one-handed cut with playing cards. And as honestly, it's not as hard as it looks. Man, you can really tell how much I like to use these cards. Look how dirty they are, man. I mean, to be fair, these are actually pretty old cards. So anyway, if you watched last week's video, I teach you actually how to get into this grip here, and that's what you want to learn to be able to do this move. So if you watched last week's video, it's just the same grip as last week. But if you don't know the elevated straddle grip, and that's what we actually call it, because I forgot what to call it last time, or the actual correct term for the grip is the elevated straddle grip. If you don't know how to do that, and if you didn't watch last week's video, I can put a link in the description on the elevated straddle grip. So basically, after you get into the grip, once you get into the grip, let me focus this real quick. Oh, there we go. Once we get into the grip, you're going to lift, I would say half, probably just half of the cards with your thumb. You're going to push up with your thumb, and as you push up, you're going to let go with your pinky and your middle fingers. So that way this pack, because if you don't let go, you can't really drop the bottom half of this. So when you let go with your first and your pinky, the bottom half of the cards will drop. So basically, after you get into the grip and you take about the top half of the cards, you push up, you let go with your pinky and your first finger, it should look something like this. Now, once you're here, you're going to take your first finger and you're going to put it at the top left or the top right corner. If you're right-handed, you're going to put it in the top right. So since we're here, we're going to put your thumb at the top left, and what we're going to do is holding on to this packet at the same time, the thumb, the ring, and the middle finger, you're going to push on this bottom packet, and it's going to glide across this packet here, the top packet, and it's going to glide like this, and it's going to go to your thumb. And what you're wanting to do is you're going to let it release pressure, and you're going to let that slide down, and you're going to catch it like this. So once you get here, if I went too fast, once you get here, you take your first finger and you push up until you push up, and so that way it clears, and then you're going to release a little bit of pressure, and this packet will now be the bottom packet. So the top packet is now the bottom packet, and you're going to move your first finger out of the way so that way it clears, and then you just close with your thumb. So in slow motion it looks something like this. And you want to make sure that you move your first finger after you push it. Once the bottom pack starts to clear with the top pack, you want to move your first finger out of the way, because if you don't move it, it's not going to really go anywhere. You want to push it all the way up, make sure it clears with the top, and boom. So just go like this here, clear, let go with your first, and close with your thumb. And you want to make sure that your thumb is always on top. Also, if you get good, you can do it both ways. You can do it at the same time. You can do it with your opposite hand. There you go, like this. Do it with the other hand. I'm not as good as the other hand, but yeah, it's a fairly simple move. So yeah. So yeah, that was honestly the tutorial. It's not a very difficult move. It should take you maybe, the most it would take you is maybe a couple hours, just because of the grip's kind of weird, but the fastest you could probably learn is within 15-20 minutes. Honestly, it's not really a hard move. It's just the angle of the grip is probably the most difficult, and then once you get past the grip and everything, it should be pretty easy from there. So hope you enjoyed. It was a pretty quick tutorial, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next video. We got more coming, so subscribe, do all that stuff, and I hope you have a great day.